Hey worship vocalists, my name is Charmaine Brown. I'm a worship leader, vocal coach, and creator of worshipvocalist.com. And today I want to give you a few quick tips for how to not only be able to reach the low notes in your songs, but to sound good doing it. I've had so many students who have trouble with the low notes in their songs, and so they end up having to raise the key higher than they want to for the higher notes in the song, or they do keep the song key lowered, but they end up singing off pitch and bottoming out. When all I see is the battle, you see my victory. When all I see is the mountain, you see a mountain move. And anytime those kinds of things are happening in our voice, whether it's the high range or low range or anywhere in between, it means that we're not using our instrument, our voice, in the most efficient way, which is not good for it long term, but also it's stressful. That weighs on you as you sing the song. It affects your confidence and how well you can lead. I went for a high note the other day when I was leading and I bombed. My voice totally cracked and I felt my confidence literally doing a nosedive into the ground, and it stayed there for a little while. None of us are gonna sing perfectly all the time, but I wanna help you and myself to have less of those confidence nosedive moments. So here we go. Let's talk about low notes. Here's the first strategy. Develop your chest voice. This is the deeper, lower register of the voice. Hey, yeah, oh yeah. The vocal cords work in a similar way to an acoustic guitar, which if you play guitar, you know that each guitar string has a different thickness. The thicker the string, the slower it vibrates. The thinner the string, the faster it vibrates. And every speed of vibration, or in other words, every frequency, results in a certain pitch that we hear. The thickest guitar string plays the lowest note, and the thinnest guitar string plays the highest note. There's a lot more complexity and sciencey details to all this, but all you need to know is that the slower the vibration, the lower the pitch. The faster the vibration, the higher the pitch. That thin string is designed for high notes because it can vibrate more quickly, and the thick string is designed for low notes because it vibrates slowly. Same for your voice. In head voice, the vocal cords are much thinner, so they can vibrate quickly, and remember, the faster the vibration, the higher the pitch. So think of head voice as that thin guitar string. It's designed for high notes. In chest voice, the vocal cords are thicker, so they vibrate slower. And remember, the slower the vibration, the lower the pitch. So think of chest voice as that thick guitar string. It's designed for low notes. And this is why you need chest voice if you want to sing low notes, because if you sing them in head voice, here's what happens. When all I see is the battle, you see my victory. When all I see is the mountain, you see a mountain moved. But when I use my chest voice in my low range, notice how the pitch and tone improve drastically. When all I see is the battle, you see my victory. When all I see is the mountain, you see a mountain moved. So if you're having trouble hitting the low notes in a song, the first thing to ask yourself is, am I pulling down my head voice? I hear this happening in so many singers' voices. It's incredibly common, so don't feel badly if that's you. For many of you, your voice is actually very capable of singing in chest voice. You probably even speak using your chest voice. And if you can speak in it, you can sing in it. But you've gotten into a habit of singing in only head voice, probably for many years. And that's gonna take some time to build new habits. It's gonna take strategic scale exercises and song application exercises which I've created for you in my Discover Your Voice course. So make sure to check that out. If you have a gym membership and you go there and you work out regularly, you lift weights, it's only a matter of time before you will start to notice more muscle strength. Same for the voice. If you start doing vocal workouts on a regular basis, it's just a matter of time before you're gonna start hitting those low notes way better than you ever have. Okay, so number one thing for singing low notes is to engage your chest voice, and that's basically a prerequisite for the next couple strategies I'm gonna give you. These are things that are gonna help you hit your low notes with greater ease and style, but neither of these things are gonna take the place of a healthy, well-developed chest voice. This next strategy is something called vocal fry. Say, just relax, move your neck around a little bit. We don't want it to be forced, okay? It should be very, very relaxed. Now, doing vocal fry exercises is actually a really helpful way to expand your low range. I've seen singers gain 4, 5, 6, 7 more notes on their lower range by doing the low range expansion exercises in my courses. But right now, I want to just give you a quick tip on how you can use vocal fry right away in your songs. If you have a low note in a song and the phrase starts with a vowel sound, adding a bit of edgy fry to the note can help give you extra grip. I love your voice. I love your voice. Especially if you're still developing your low range vocal strength and resonance, your voice might sometimes wobble a bit when you start singing a phrase. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire. But listen for how just this little bit of vocal fry helps so much. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire. In darkest night, you are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. And I have lived in the goodness of God. Starting with that edgy vocal fry not only gives grip to the first note, but it sets the whole phrase on a path of better power and tone. The final strategy is called a drop-off, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Okay, this is for melodies that move down. And what we're gonna do is, instead of fully singing the end of a phrase, we're just gonna let it drop off a cliff. So instead of this, when all I see is the battle, you see my victory. When all I see is the mountain, you see a mountain moved. I'm gonna use drop-offs instead. When all I see is the battle, you see my victory. When all I see is the mountain, you see a mountain moved. And as I walk through the shadow, your love surrounds me. There's nothing to fear now, for I am safe with you. Now, this is actually a really neat stylistic thing that you can use even if you are capable of hitting the lower note. We hear a lot of drop-offs in contemporary worship music, but it's gonna come in especially handy for those times when the low note in a song is legitimately outside your current vocal range. If you can't hit it, drop it off. I do this all the time. Again, this is a technique that I teach in the course lessons on my website, worshipvocalist.com. Check it out. A Worship Vocalist membership gives you access to all my courses. I've also created a morning warm-up that is specifically designed for worship team singers to use on Sunday mornings before you lead worship. It's gonna warm up all your resonators and vocal coordinations. You'll recognize chest voice and vocal fry for sure from this video, but it also warms up your head voice and your pharyngeal voice to get your voice ready for singing songs that use your higher range as well, which If you sing contemporary worship songs, you know you need a lot of range. That resource is free for you. I encourage you to check it out at worshipvocalist.com/free warmup. There's a full set of exercises for the male and female ranges that you can download. Let me know how that goes for you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and share this with your friends. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Just post them below. See you next time.